Thank you for subscribing and support.
So this is funny. Buhari is happy with Tinubu's administration and the way it's performing. So because to him Tinubu is doing well. So despite widespread hardship, hunger, Buhari says that he is happy with Tinubu's performance. So why would he say that? Because he has enough and is not affected by the bad administration. Or why would he not say that? Simply because Tinubu is keeping to the promise of continuing from where he stopped. Or why would he not say that when Tinubu has refused to probe him directly or to probe his minister directly, apart from the Emefiele that they have locked up? So as long as the long arm of the law has not touched him, Buhari could be performing. Tinubu is performing. That is it. When I see these old people, the way they're playing games with Nigeria, it hurts me, I tell you the truth. So Buhari's commendation of the current administration is on the heels of protests that have continued across Nigeria over the high cost of living and food prices. So because as a president, he's not buying food, with his own money. Everything about him is sponsored by government as an ex-president. So he wouldn't know what people are passing through. And either he can come out and say that he's happy with Tinubu's performance. That is disappointing. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has passed a vote of confidence on the government of his successor, Bola Tinubu, saying he is pleased with his performance and management of the country's affairs. Buhari's submission contrasts sharply with the socioeconomic realities of preponderance of Nigerians who are grappling with hardship and hunger occasioned by galloping inflation and cost of living crisis. Exactly. So I am very pleased that they are able to stabilize the situation and continue to really get concerned about Nigerians. Mr. Buhari said, I am very happy about their performance. Can you imagine? So the former president was quoted to have said this in a statement by Stanley Nkwocha, spokesperson for Vice President Kashim Shettima, who visited Mr. Buhari in Daura, Katsina State on Friday. Can you imagine? They are visiting themselves with taxpayers' money, enjoying their life with taxpayers' money, so they can come out and tell us whatever they wish. That's bad. So Buhari's commendation of the current administration is on the heels of protests that have continued across Nigeria over the high cost of living and food prices. So Nigerians have taken to the streets in major towns and cities across the country to voice their discontent with the parlous state of the nation. The situation has generated into social unrest and upheaval in some states as citizens attack and loot foodstuff from warehouses and trucks. Of course. And it's just starting. Is the greater part of it is still coming. They cannot deal with us the way they like and say get away with it. But for Tinubu, Buhari, who was actually a disaster in Nigerian government, in fact, his government was the worst of its kind, and it is the government too that brought in this problem on Nigeria by rigging the election to favor Tinubu so that APC can still remain in power. So APC generally is a disaster, starting with the government of Buhari and now government of Tinubu. Is quite unfortunate because Tinubu promised to continue from where Buhari stopped, and Buhari is still getting all this entitlement as an ex-president, and he has not been, proved, including himself and his ministers. So the Tinubu's administration is performing to him. Okay, he thinks that Tinubu, in his so-called human intelligence, he believes that Tinubu has handled the economy very well, and that is also a typical fallacy. That is not correct. That is not correct. So quite unfortunate that Buhari is saying this. It's very, very disappointing. It deeply contrasts with the experience that Nigerians are having in the face of the hardship, high cost of living, and galloping inflation. It's not even galloping inflation. No. It is skyrocketing inflation because that's exactly what it is. Quite unfortunate that Buhari is making this kind of statement. It's very bad. Okay, and I know that people will react directly or indirectly to his comment. And somebody say Buhari is not a human being, of course. What will you expect from a non-living a non-living person. Okay, another person is saying, I laugh uncontrollably. Rub my back as I rub your back. That is what Buhari is doing with Tinubu now. That's why he can say that he's happy with Tinubu's performance. Rub my back, I rub your back. Abi, Buhari helped rig the election to give it to Tinubu as president. So Tinubu has to pay back by making sure that Buhari is not proved and his ministers are not proved. It's rub my back, I rub your back. Moreover, Tinubu has been claiming that he made Buhari president. So when it was his turn, Buhari also had to support him to become president. So they have been killing and dividing Nigeria for themselves. So during Buhari government, both of them shared the looted funds. This idiot will also share the money together. That's why he's very happy. And he knows since he did not shut down the country, the idiot will help him to do that. God must surely punish all of them that bring shame into this country. And somebody says, Buhari a human, so why is he saying that somebody will regard? He's not a human being, Abi. He's not a human being. Former President Buhari don't have sense or human feelings. He is something else. Former President Buhari don't have sense of human feelings. He is something else. Because Tinubu is destroying what he has destroyed the remain, Abi. Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Okay? And that's exactly what he's doing. And so Buhari is happy that Tinubu is continuing from where he stopped. Destroying Nigeria. God will help us. What do you expect from a man who was in an exalted position as the president of this great nation without making even one key decision of his own? Therefore, whatever he sees as a decision, whether good or bad, will be deemed good. Exactly. Buhari couldn't make decisions now. He was just sitting down there, other Daura kindred were the people making the decisions. Very bad. And sometimes, are you not from Biafra? Una say the hardship not reach Igbo land. So what is that supposed to be? We're talking about what is happening between Buhari and Tinubu. We're talking about this other one. Yeah. So Buhari is saying that he's happy with Tinubu's performance just because he has not been proved. And that is a very bad one, I must tell you the truth. So that statement alone, people are this Buhari was, in fact, it was about the worst president ever in the history of Nigeria, but we are seeing, and then we thought we had seen it all. But what we're seeing now shows that we hadn't seen it all. There is still more to come. And that's exactly what we are seeing now. So, and a lot of people have reacted to this statement, saying that Buhari, in the first place, when he was in power, was he even sensible? Was he the person making decisions? Did he even know what was going on? He spent almost half of his time going to UK for treatment. Okay, spent Nigerian money to change blood and rejuvenated himself. So he came to use Nigerian money to recuperate and to recover. Now he's fully recovered and looking younger than somebody that is at 60s. Meanwhile, he's almost 80s or above 80s. Eh? So now he has gotten his aim, and that's exactly what this Tinubu government is also doing. He's going to use definitely our resources to get back on track, get back online, rejuvenate, change blood, and live longer, and at the expense of the citizens of the country. Quite unfortunate situation. And that's why some people are saying, who do us this kind of thing? And we are still docile about it, just watching. Well, God will help us. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.